Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? Gabriel Santos here. And in today's video, we're going to talk about acknowledging ourselves as we gain momentum in our lives and keep moving forward. The context for this topic is that many of us can relate to that feeling of being in a rut, being stagnant, or straight up um, just not being in a great place in our lives, right? And a lot of times when we're in the middle of that rut, we can feel the heaviness of how poorly we're doing and feeling. It's that feeling is not something we have to generate. It comes up automatically, right? We feel the shame, we feel the heaviness, the density, maybe even depression. We feel the judgment, we feel the ugh, what am I doing? Why am I like this kind of energy? And it's not something you have to try and do, it just happens on its own. And oftentimes, the pain of that feeling is what propels us to change so we no longer feel that way, right? And that's great and all. And when we first get out of that rut, we do feel that pride, right? Like, oh my God, that look, we cleaned our room, we went on a walk, we're drinking water, right? We put down the Cheetos, we put away the smoking, we're tending to our responsibilities. And initially, when you make that switch, it feels great and you don't have to generate that great feeling. However, what can often happen is after a week, maybe a couple weeks, maybe even a month of that new behavior, that sense of pride and inspiration and uh, that sense of feeling good about all these things you're doing, it can go away and it becomes routine, right? And the good thing is that it becomes your new normal. But what happens is that new normal then loses its juice, and that great feeling is all of a sudden gone. And although just a month ago we were in a rut, now it's like, oh, same old, yeah, did my exercise, did drink my water, showed up for life. And it's like, wow, what happened to all that gusto? What happened to all that riding high? And so the point is to remind all of us, myself included, that it's important to take a moment to mindfully and consciously uh, not just give ourselves a pat on the back, but to acknowledge that, like, hey, I am getting to my spots. Hey, I am showing up in ways that are important to me. Hey, I'm not in a rut. I'm doing well and I'm showing up, and that's important to me. And the point is that after a while, it may be more we have to apply the effort to give ourselves a sense of congratulations and to give ourselves the celebration that usually fuels us to keep going forward, right? It's like you think of a baby when they're first learning to walk. The parents will clap and yell and scream even when they fall on their butt the 100th time. The point is that if we don't celebrate ourselves, we can often start to feel like what we're doing isn't good enough. And when we are in that feeling of things aren't good enough, that's when we can tend to, some of us at least, you know, turn to certain substances or certain behaviors to then alleviate that feeling of I'm not doing good enough, which then ironically will turn into a new rut, a new state of stagnancy, a new binge cycle. And then we go through this thing all over again where we're binging, we're in a rut. Oh, I feel like shit. You know what? I need to make a change. So you make a change. Oh, I'm doing good. And it's like, oh, after a while, you're doing good. And it's like, well, I guess that's all. I'm bored, blah, blah, blah. Let me turn to my all my vices so that I can just feel juiced up again. Oh no, I'm in a rut again. And so, um, so if you're someone who you haven't been in a rut in a long time, yet you feel like your day-to-day has become monotonous even though you're doing all these great things. Take a breath, take a step back, maybe acknowledge all the effort and the, you know, uh, your sense of commitment and your sense of consistency that you've been doing, and just give yourself, at least for a brief moment, just give yourself some flowers. I mean, metaphorically, give yourself some props. Let yourself enjoy and um, bask in the fact that you've been doing it, um, and then use that fuel to and use that sense of appreciation to propel you forward, to keep going. This is the track, this is what you wanted, right? This is the whole point, for you to keep showing up the way that you show up. And so um, good stuff. I acknowledge you, and take stock on what's been working well for you. um, Maybe see where you can make some adjustments, where you can make some improvements, where you can become 1% better at least, um, and then keep on going. Yeah, hopefully this video found you guys well. Always good to make videos. Gonna stick to this weekly upload schedule, at least for the near future. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.